Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. As always, hoping everyone having an amazing day. You're happy and you know it, so continue on with that. This might be a random message. I got a couple things that's popping through my mind. But this is kind of random. Um, First and foremost, a couple things I need to express when it comes to me. Um, Number one, I don't control anyone. Okay, I don't control anyone. So I want to express about when I talk about certain people that my energy has been working with. All right. So when it comes to me, I need y'all to understand I am a vessel. My body only been on this earth for 37 years. Okay, that my spirit has been on earth for a longer time. All right. So I want y'all to understand when I was telling y'all about like yesterday, like with Whitney and the rest of them or whatever, and there's more people out here that my spirit has been working with. There are some still alive and there are some people that has passed on. Okay. I want y'all to understand that it's not me, okay, but it's me. And I need y'all to understand that. So my spirit is separate from me. All right? My spirit. We are like this, but once it goes and do what it need to do, it's on its own. Okay? It's on its own. What happens is when it comes back, then I read the book and read what happened. Or I get to see what has happened. And it goes from there. Okay? I choose to keep the thing two separate. Even though it's the same, I keep it separate. So I don't want y'all to sit back and think with these people, this is how it works. So to keep it simple, we'll use like Whitney Houston. My spirit was with her. Okay? She devoted her life to God. I'm gonna just keep it simple. She devoted her life to God. Despite the industry she was in, she still devoted her life. So she allowed God in. And she's like, hey, I want to follow my purpose. I want to do whatever you will need me to do, God. And then she just listens. She listens. She listens. So even though there was things she done, like we all know, like the drugs and stuff like that, that was because she was going through spells through other people. Because there are people, anybody that my energy is super strong in, that I give it to, folks already know who they are before they born. Okay? There is a calling on their life before they're born. And there are people that go through time and already see who they are. That's why they go through the stuff they go through. So when she went through a lot of stuff, it was because they already knew who she was in the spirit. Okay? That type of energy, just like the rest of them. And that's why they was attacked. She was attacked a lot. And that's why she did certain things. Because she didn't want to give up on her faith at the same time being in an industry that was very demonic. She had to follow her calling. So despite what she went through on the stuff that she talked about, she knew. That's why she was able to talk the way she was, because my energy flowed through her. She had the confidence to stand up to a lot of things. So when you hear her and talking, it's her. She's the vessel, but she believed. She allowed my spirit to guide her. And whenever she was scared, y'all never knew it, but she was scared a lot. Because she knew what was going on, because I told her what was going on. But when y'all saw her do interviews, when y'all saw her be direct about stuff, it's because I told her to be honest and I got you. Okay? But yes, her life ended at a point, but she already knew that. No different than the rest of them. As I told y'all plenty of times, they told y'all in advance. They knew what was going on, but their spirits are still here. They have their own spirits. They're still here. Okay? They're here. All of them are still here, because part of them is like, how can I say it? I know it sounds confusing, but it's like The same way I told you that the spirit was in me and I had to I had my own spirit. It's like that. So their original spirit is still here. Okay? Their original spirit is still here. When it comes to their talent, they had the talent. With me being with them, their talents flourish more because they believed. So they put their work in to be greater. So when I say it was me, it is me and it is them. A lot of times they did the same thing like my spirit did, sit to the background and allow me to help them get where they got at. And then once I knew that they was listening, then their spirit took over and did what they need to do. It's like that. Okay? So when it comes to my spirit, original spirit, was in the background for a long time, and there was the like I say, the OG spirit. I'm the reincarnated, so the OG spirit took over my body and put me to the back burner. But my spirit that I created is the spirit that went out and helped all these people out. Okay, so my spirit. Okay, let me explain again. There's OG spirit, the original spirit of creators, and then I'm the reincarnated, okay? So when it comes to helping people in the world, my reincarnated spirit is what helped these people out. When I tell you I went through time, I was the one that did all of that, while my OG spirit was out here doing dumb stuff sometimes. And what I mean dumb stuff is, how can I say it, being stuck in love and allowing people to abuse it. That part. So I still felt both ends. I know it's I'm trying to explain things the best I can. So when it comes to these families and different things, when I told y'all in the other video, I can be able to explain certain things to you is because they allow me into their lives. So I can remember a lot of things and see things, conversations that may have had some cliffhangers on my spirit. Once everything comes together, I'll be able to explain certain things to y'all in more detail and, face to face. If I get to that point, if I decide to do face to face, it's like that. I could probably explain more detail to you what has happened with the people and stuff like that. It's like that. That's the best way I can. To the Bobby Brown thing, yes. So same thing for Bobby. It's like I tell you, it's a female version and a male version. Okay, twin flames. So he was the same when it came to Ye's spirit. Ye was within Bobby and talking him through things and stuff or whatever. That's why the relationship was the way it was. Now their love for each other was genuine. For vessel wise, that was real. That was real. However, it was like, because they both was believers in their own way, it was like our spirits had an opportunity to get to see what it looked like for us to work together. And it was, we had good times and bad. Because at the same time, they are vessels, so they can pick and choose what they want to do. They can choose if they want to do good or do wrong. It's like that. So I need to explain that. And I basically stated this stuff before, but I feel like some people might still be like a little confused, and I'm trying to explain it the best way I can. But there are people out here in the world that really are believers in me, where they become the student and they allow me to do certain things to get them where they need to go. Or taught them through the process, and that's why they're where they are. Now, when it comes to that doesn't mean you have to be famous. No, it could be somebody in the community. It could be somebody. I don't care if you're in a poverty situation or in a, in a higher ranking situation. It all depends on how it goes. So it's like that. Again, when it comes to me, flesh-wise, hey, this is me. I'm not a cheater, okay? I'm one person. I ain't got time for all these other mother suckers at one time. I don't know how y'all can do it. I don't. It's just too many conversations that I ain't trying to remember. Okay, so I'm one of them type of people. One party. Not that. I don't even surround one person at a time. Okay, once that's done, and if it ain't working, then I move on to the next. Okay, it's like that. Not the next day, but I do whatever I need to do to make sure I heal myself and then go to the next thing if I decide to do that. But yeah, I don't want y'all to think like I'm out here just tricking around spiritually and stuff. When it comes like to like the sexual stuff or whatever, that's y'all. Okay, I need y'all to know that that's y'all. I'm like my spirit is one of those things where I provide the love. Okay, I help you to love yourself, to love all of you. It's just an energy. I don't want y'all to sit back and think that like I'm just zooming in and watching every move you make. I don't do that. There are people that do that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. There are people that can, and I'm gonna speak on that in a second. For me, I'm more so of I take the blind route, if that makes sense. I'm very like big about privacy. I'm very big about it. So I go off of vibrations. So it's like in the spiritual world, I'm blind. I'm blind in the spiritual world. I need y'all to know that. Like Eli, I'm blind. Okay? I need y'all to understand that. Maybe that's why my sensories are so heightened. It's one thing when you're like that in the reality, but when you like that in the spiritual world, boy, you can feel. It's like every sensory is in hiding. So maybe that will explain a lot to people, even scientists that's trying to figure me out. I'm blind. I choose to be blind because I'm big about people's privacies. So I hear things and I go based off vibrations. Vibrations show images. So it's like, I can see it right now. I don't know how I'm going to explain this. But you know how like silhouettes in a way? It's like I can like my energy can kind of come up with a silhouette of what I'm thinking is going on. But as far as me actually seeing it, I don't see nothing. I'm blind in the spiritual world. Yes, I am blind in the spiritual world. Can't see nothing. And maybe that would make sense why it's like it's hard for me to figure certain things out because I can't see nothing. And that would make see I'm talking things out. That would make sense. Because as y'all see, a lot of times I be trying to figure stuff out. I'm like, why you can't just show me? And I know I do like the blind thing, but I never can really see it. It's like I can and I can't at the same time. It's like it's a frequency. I can feel it, and because I feel it, I can picture what I think is going on. That is what it is. My energy level is so high, I can think of what's going on. So, have y'all, you know how like if you close your eyes in your house, right? And when people walk around, you can tell who's walking by the way they walking, by the way they talking. It's like that. It's like you can imagine it. I have amazing imagination, so I can imagine stuff. And I use my imagination to create the picture of what I feel is going on. That's how I can tell the truth, because I go off of frequency. And because I go off frequency, I can get the truth out of the situation. Even when a person is talking, they can still lie. But you can't fake a frequency. You can't fake a frequency. So, yeah. In the spiritual world, I'm blind, y'all. I can't see nothing. So I have nothing but all I can do. Maybe that's why I was able to work in the dark world like I could. That would make sense. That would make sense. That's why that would make sense. I'm figuring myself out as I talk. That's why in the spiritual world I ain't scared. No. I could see at one point. That's what happened. Because as a kid, I saw a lot of crazy stuff. But then I said, at a point, I had to let it go. It's because I chose to be blind so I couldn't see anybody. That's how I got over my fear. That's how I was able, so I can't see anything. Did I take my own? It's like right now I can see myself. I put something over my eyes. That's what happened. It's like everything's coming to me, what's going on. I told you, I know what I need to know when I need to know it. I put something over my eyes so I couldn't see anymore. Maybe that's why I'm losing, okay. Because technically there's things I'm supposed to be able to see right now and I can't see it. It's like certain moments I can, but it's not like that. I put something over my eyes in the spiritual world so I couldn't see the monsters anymore. I couldn't see the scary stuff anymore. And I learned how to walk blind in the spiritual world. That would make sense because I did a video. I did a video where I said in the reality world as a kid, I used to turn all the lights off. And sometimes I will close my eyes and just walk around the house, trying to see if I could walk around the house and without being able to see. That makes sense. Because that's what I did in the spiritual world. And my spirit was trying to let me know that, hey, we're blind now. We can't see what they want us to see anymore. So in the reality world, I was self-teaching myself how to walk around in the spiritual world blind. Damn, my reality even taught my spirit something new. Because what was so crazy is this boy, he passed away some years ago. But it was this boy, he walks everywhere. It was a black boy. I think he had braids. If I could find a video of him, I will. And I think he passed away. Yeah, he passed away. But he used to have he used to use the blind stick, and then he got rid of it. And he started like something like clicking. He did clicking noise. When I was a kid, I saw it. He did clicking noise. And that's how he can tell how far something was. And I had watched it. And I took that information, and that's how I knew about frequencies. Because the vibrations, how you could tell, it's no different than like, you know how like a carpenter, so before they had the little poster things where you can tell if there's a stud in the wall or not, all you gotta do is knock on the wall. So you just go across the wall. And when you hit the wall and the sound changed, then you know you on a beam, then you can put a nail there. Yeah, I know a lot of different things. But you can put a nail, that's how you do it. So when you don't have the technology, or not technology, but the tools, you got to use frequencies. You got to use sound. So in the spiritual world, that's what has happened. I use sound to be able to understand everything that's going around. So again, when it comes to y'all lives, it ain't the fact that I'm sitting there watching it. Now, the other people have done it, but I don't do it because I'm about privacy. Okay? However, as I told y'all before, the information that I do provide is because my spirit is saying this has to be put out here, because this is not just going to help your life, it's going to help others. So that's something different. What else? But yeah, this is actually interesting, man. Y'all got to start learning yourselves. Y'all have to, man. Like, to know this stuff about myself, and just think what you probably can find out about your own self. It's better than a book. It's better than a TV show. Like, I don't even watch TV and stuff like that anymore. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to get back into doing things, but the more I've been learning about myself, the more my life been more interesting than ever. I thought I had a dull, boring life. But my spirit been out here just doing this thing. What else? Tell you this is random. Evil eye. Evil eye. I need y'all to understand something. So, for the ones that's been messing with me over time, like I said, y'all can't do anything, but I can still tell y'all trying to see me. So, if y'all see anything, it's on repeat. I need y'all to understand that. But I can feel the pressure in my eye. It's a bunch of y'all that's still trying to look through my eyes. So just let you know, yes, there are people that are nosy, and they can literally see your whole life through your eyes. You ain't got nothing to worry about. So don't sit back, oh my God, there's pressure in my eyes. Somebody's stalking me. No, I don't always mean that. Okay? It can and it might not, but don't stress it. Let them look. You understand? That's how you get to that point where you like, I don't even care anymore. See what you want to see. That's really why I'm so confident in myself, my body, and everything. Because it's like, y'all been watching me the whole time. That's where reality TV shows came from them watching me over time, throughout lives. That's why they started making actual reality TV. It's because of them watching me. So they start making actual shows for other people, so you can kind of see into their lives. Because they looked at me as entertainment, so they was like, oh, if we can get entertainment off of her, what if we do this for other people? It's literally like that. But anyway, so for the ones that are in my energy, the ones that been attacking me, unfortunately, that's your karma. You're stuck watching me. And even when you trying to get away from me, you can't. And that's why your life's going the way it is, because you're obsessed now. And that's not because I want you to. I really want you to go and do your own thing. But since y'all made it a mission to stare at me for so long, it's like now you have no choice but to do it, because I surpassed you. And so now you're more intrigued. So I don't want y'all to think I put a spell on you. It's like you did this to yourselves. So I can tell y'all on repeat mode, because your energy, only way you're going to know about me and what I'm doing is if you watch my videos. Other than that, you on repeat. You only at the frequency that your energy will allow you to go to. So, yeah, it is what it is. That gets to my next part. So, people around the world, I need y'all to understand that a lot of y'all that have babies that's coming out now, the little munchkins that's coming out, the little U's that's coming out, y'all gonna start noticing that a lot of the kids is gonna have abilities, okay? Y'all probably didn't notice it before with your other kids, but you're gonna be more aware now, okay? Because when kids are babies, that's when they are more attached to the spiritual world. The older they get, it kind of drifts away, because now you're teaching them. So I know I saw a couple videos where people showing where their kids are talking to other spirits and stuff. Just keep an eye on them, okay? Just ask questions. Don't yell at them. Don't be like, get away, this and that. Just keep an eye on them, okay? Because some spirits are their own. Okay, let me explain this. Okay, sometimes when y'all see these kids looking, staring at certain things in the air, and you like, why they so focused? Or they laughing out of nowhere, ain't nothing there and this and that. Sometimes it could be a family member, it could be a stranger, it could be different things. It could be an angel that's with them, that's watching over them or watching over you. They could be seeing your angels watching over you, that's playing with them. Okay. Sometimes it could be their own spirit, because I told y'all, even though we babies, our spirits are older than mother sucker. Okay, it could be their spirit playing with them. Again, in this process, our main goal is to connect ourselves back to our childlike spirit, so we can overcome the karmas in our life. Everybody that comes back to earth, 9 times out of 10, you're facing karma. And that's why you go through different things, and the parents supposed to help you get through that process. But when it comes to the kids, Somebody listening. Anyway, when it comes to the kids, it could be their spirit trying to, play with them and stuff like that. I know it kind of sounds weird, but we all come through with a spirit. So sometimes the spirits can be young, or they could be older spirits. It is what it is. So just keep an eye on them. Don't be alarmed. Just pay attention, because they could be helping you out. Those spirits could be giving you warning signs and like say, watch out for this, watch out for that. Sometimes those spirits can be protecting your child. So when you're like moving around doing something, sometimes those spirits can keep your child from getting hurt. Okay? I need you to understand that. But don't push them away from it. Because even if this is the other part of the coin, even if the spirit is not the best, all right, this will help you to not attack the child. Because the child is supposed to help heal the spirit inside of it. Okay? And if you attack the child and push the child away, then that spirit can take over the child. And you don't want that. Okay? As a child, a baby is small. A baby has more control over spirit as a baby than an adult. Just to let you know that. Because that childlike energy helps it. And so you have to be knowledgeable of that. So basically, how can I say it? Just keep an eye and talk to your child. When the older your child get, talk to them. And like, hey, who are you talking to? Who is that? And if you need to, write it down. Keep tabs of what's going on, because some babies can have multiple angels with them. Okay, multiple spirits with them. Does that mean you have anything to worry about now? It's part of their mission. Okay, we all have a mission. So they could be helping something. Just listen to them. But if you start, like I said, if you start being like pushing them away, you can hinder their purpose and their progress. How can I say it? If you are a believer, then you ain't got nothing to worry about, because your energy will protect your child no matter what, and go from there. But y'all gonna start noticing more people coming out with their gifts and being open about it. Don't sit back and be jealous, because you have gifts. Every single person in the world got some type of form of gift. Some have multiple, and it is what it is. But the more you work on yourself, the more those gifts come out. And with those kids, do not, and I repeat this, do not try to market them. Okay? Don't do it. Don't sit back and try to use this opportunity to just get views. Because energy is energy. You can end up screwing your child over and screwing yourself over. I need y'all to understand that. Yes, it's okay to talk about certain things, but if you're doing it for personal gain, just to say, hey, my child can do this, look at what my child can do, now you are offering more spirits to come through. This is a portal. Okay? You don't want to attach more. You don't want to give out too many, how can I say it? Every spirit has ranking. Okay? And you don't want to offer spirits into your home. Okay? I need to understand that. So be mindful. Because once you put yourself out here in the world for people to know who you are offering spirits into that world. And if that spirit is a type of spirit that can pull people through, it can. And now you got a home full of spirits. And that's when you got to figure out who is who and what is what. And that's why some families go through a lot of ups and downs more than they need to. It's because you're attaching too many spirits into your home. Just to let you know that. These are portals. This is a portal. Energy and frequency. That's how spirits come through. Energy and frequency. It's like staring at a phone too long all day. Yes, there's strain on your eyes, but it's also because there's spirits coming through you. And they're transferring in and out. So, just continue believing that you good, you good. If you feel like you're going through different emotions, you might need to pull yourself away from the electronics. If you can't overcome it, pull yourself away. That's how you can reset yourself. Okay? That's how you reset yourself. So if you start noticing like you've been staring at your phone all day and you're going through a lot of emotions and a lot of things, that's how you do it. Even for myself, sometimes I have to take a moment. Sometimes I take a nap because I know my energy pulls in so much stuff, and sometimes I take a nap so I can push the energy back out where it need to go at. So if you feel like you need to take a break or take a quick nap to relax your mind, do so. Do so. What else? Oh, I need to address something. Because the other day, and I think this will be it for me. The other day when I was talking about the Destiny Child group, I need to make sure that I explained to all the other ladies in the group. 'Cause I think I talked about what Kelly saying, but then I kind of stopped and started talking about other things. I want, and I think I said LaToya Lucky from the Destiny Child, but I don't want any of y'all, the rest of y'all feel like y'all singled out. Like, all y'all have amazing voices, and I need y'all to know that. I don't want y'all to feel, because I know how the world takes stuff and be like, oh, see, she ain't say this and say that. I want y'all to know, all y'all ladies that was part of the old group and the new, every single one of y'all are very talented. Okay, I need y'all to know that. It's just where I had to drift to something else. So I don't want, especially like Michelle, with the new group, I feel like you don't get your flowers. I feel like you do not get your flowers, and I feel like the way I done it, I felt it was on my mind last night and this morning. I was like, let me acknowledge this, because you have an amazing voice, and you're super authentic, and I love that about you. I truly do, sweetheart. Okay, but I don't want you to think that I overlooked you, and I don't want people to think I overlooked you. Okay, because you're super talented, especially acting. You continue doing your thing. Okay, continue doing your thing. I just feel like I had to come back and say that. And to the rest of the girls, everybody, very talented. But you always get pushed to the side a lot, and that ain't right. So I need you to know that I do acknowledge you and appreciate you, and continue doing your thing. Be amazing. Continue being your authentic, loving self. Okay? And if people don't see how strong you are, you are stronger than mother sucker. I need to understand that. Okay? Because you know things. And I need you to understand you are very strong, and don't allow the world or nothing to tell you otherwise about your emotions, feelings, or what you see in the world. Continue being amazing. I just had to come back and say that, because I was like, I did not acknowledge her, and that ain't right. I say your name, but I didn't talk about your talent. And for the rest of y'all out here in the world, when I was talking about music and stuff, and I say certain people's names, I'm not sitting here saying that mean they better than anyone else. I'm just saying that you can't dilute authenticity. Okay? In this world, it don't matter music, it don't matter what it is. It can be something in your neighborhood. When you don't need extras, and when you don't need sound effects, and when you don't need an entourage to be able to represent yourself, that's talent. That's something that the whole world need to see and understand. In this world, we have so many people that saying that they talent, and I think they just having fun. I'm going to call it what it is, because when it comes to artistry, whatever you do, how you know something is meant for you is when you ain't got to keep running to the book to understand it. And what I mean under book is when you got to keep going to other people for extra help. So, I said it's gonna be random. So when y'all go to these studios and stuff, and y'all try to do y'all music, if people got to critique your music by putting sound effects or changing the tempo and all of this stuff with electronics to make you sound good, this is just fun time. That's not talent. That's just I'm having fun. I gotta call it out. I don't know why I'm on this, but yeah, it's like fall back and just fall back. That ain't it for you. You can do it as a hobby, but that ain't your purpose, because true callings are authentic. So that means if someone passed the mic to you and you gotta be like, it's my voice. Nah, that ain't the choice. You better be a poet or something and just talk words. But I need y'all to understand that we need realness out here. Okay? So if a person passed the mic and you cannot do it on demand, it ain't the purpose that you need to. Okay? If you can't do a live event without having the radio play or the DJ play you in the background, this is not your calling. I need y'all to know that. Because there are people that work very hard to go to vocal coaches and all of that to train their voices. It's not fair for people that can't go on stage and be able, put like this, if the music skips, if the music shuts off, if the mic shuts off and you can't be able to sound authentic, I know we do auto-tunes, but if you can't sound authentic and be able to still carry the load on your own, it ain't for you. Okay? I understand they got the little gadgets and stuff that can make your voice sound good, but you're cheating. You're cheating, and looks ain't gonna just get you everywhere, okay? You're cheating. That's not the career for you. And there's a lot of people that sit back in it and it's not for you. And that's okay. Maybe you can write your own lyrics. Just be one of those background writers. Do that. Talk to people and say, hey, these are my lyrics, and I may not have the voice at the time. Maybe I need to train it. But, can you sing my song for me? Now if you want to do your own platform, that's something different. But I'm not about to sit here and condone folks going out here and becoming successful in something that is not their calling. And then you got real authentic people that actually can sing at the drop of a dime and can't even get help. Okay, I need that to be known. So we about to do a cleanup shop. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, because y'all playing with people's emotions, because y'all making people think it's like, I'm gonna call it nilly vanilly. That's all y'all doing. And if you want to be where you need to be at, just don't take it as an L. What I'm saying, I'm giving you a win. Okay, your time has came, but it's time to allow the real people. And what I mean by that is this: let's not keep worrying about what people look like and just listen to them. Okay? Because there's a lot of people that's very talented, but they don't look like how y'all build it. I'm going to call them what I call them, Build-A-Bears. Where y'all go out here and get these people, put them in plastic surgery or have them with their bodies, and then now they supposed to be talented. We can't do that. There's people in all shapes and sizes. Back in the day, there wasn't an issue. Everybody looked different. Now it's like everybody got the same body. Look, y'all are missing out on some realness, because y'all so wanting the perfect image, but then when it comes to your real life, you wish people accept you. Well, stop allowing folks to make this world about having this so-called perfect body, perfect image, and then you won't feel like you got to compete. You understand? Yes, being healthy is good. Don't get me wrong with that. Being healthy. But we have people that have different things. And I understand certain people that have like different disabilities and stuff, it can be very, you gotta be careful. Because when you doing stuff, you're gonna have to have more people around to make sure that this person is okay. But come on, man. Let's get together. There's some very talented people out here that really want the world to hear their voice. And it ain't even about the money. It's just about God gave me this voice and I want the world to hear it. But a lot of y'all sitting here saying that, acting like God gave you the voice, and that ain't the voice that was supposed to be given to you. Maybe your voice is, go out here and do something different. But again, if you want to do it on your own platform, that's something different. But we need to give credit to the real people that really are made for this and not created for this and not made for this. And what I mean created is God creations and not man-made. Okay, we don't need no more built out of China modes. And I'm not saying it against China. I'm just saying 9 times out of 10, if you go look at your items, it say made in China. Okay, I'm just saying. Don't get me wrong, China, you're amazing. Okay, just. But let's call facts facts. Let's call facts facts. Yeah, we don't need no more made out of somewhere. I don't know, out here in Taiwan. Yeah, I seen one that said made in Taiwan, made in China. I think I seen something that said made in Mexico before. Yeah, we don't need no more of those. Okay? Alright. Now, if that's something you want to do, that's what you want to do. I'm not mad at you, but, well, it's time for us to get in the positions that we need to be in. This is very random. What else? Is that it? I feel like something else is trying to come on to me. Give me a minute, y'all. I feel like I think I'm done, but. And just let y'all know, when I say that about the bodies, there are men that do this too. Okay, let me throw that out there. There are men that do it too, or whatever. But what else? I talked about spirits. I talked about my eye. Talked about authenticity. There's another energy coming in. What is it? What is it? Is there something else? What is I supposed to be talking about? Oh, I already talked about that. Okay, the energy's like, make sure when I know I talked about this, but when it comes to my conversation, yes, I talk about a lot of like celebrity type stuff. But like I tell y'all before, reason why sometimes is because of the fact that this is what y'all stare at majority of the time and y'all focus on. So if I can get them to, if we're going to get them on track, then now you have something to look towards, where when it comes to your personal life, you have not just authenticity in your personal life, but you have authenticity on the device or whatever you're looking at. It's like that. But that's the part. I know it's part. So when I was talking about y'all kids having spiritual gifts and stuff, I want y'all to know something. When it comes to me, okay, talk to your kids and let them know to don't try to chime into my energy. Now I will have a force field up where they can't get into it, but still talk to them, because there are rules to this spiritual world. Okay, don't yell at them, don't get mad at them. Just say, hey, just be mindful of how you use your energy, because excuse me, another reason why I talk about a lot of these elites and celebrities, so they can have something to look at. these people misused their spiritual gifts. A lot of them did. And I want y'all to look at that and see how it corrupted their life. Yeah, they could have successful lives for a while, but see, y'all can see the corruption. I need y'all to understand, when you talk to your kids about the things you see them do, let them know. Don't abuse them, because you will lose them. Okay? You will lose them. I don't want you to lose them. Okay? Because this is how you can break those generational curses in your family. The more you tap into your energy and all of that, you will know how to operate in the world. Okay? If, as parents, if you have spiritual gifts, teach your kids, because if you have them, your kid's going to have them. Don't run from it. Don't be afraid of it. And if you notice that your kids seeing things or whatever, they might not have the exact thing, but they might have something. So if you're noticing that you have special gifts, and I'm not talking about these fake voodoo doctors and stuff like that. No, that's fake. When you got to conjure up something, that's not spiritual gift, okay? That's fake, okay? You just learned the fake process. I'm talking about for the authentic ones, the ones that can think something and it can happen. They can do something and it can happen. Those. So, if you know that you are able to do certain things, be mindful. So, say for example, if you're a type of person where you can be able to make somebody move, this is one of the bigger ones. You can make somebody move forward, backwards, left or right, and you know you've been controlling your energy. Teach your child, because they might know how to do it too. And you need to make sure that they don't do that to someone. Because in this round, if people abuse their gifts, I'm stripping them. Because we don't need more chaos in the world. Okay? We don't need more chaos. So be mindful. Talk to them and explain to them, hey, I know you have special gifts, or hey, I feel like something's going on, just talk to me. Or hey, have you been seeing random things that may not be there, or this and that? Now, I need to explain this part. Be careful with therapists. Okay? Not all therapists are the ones you want to go to. If you go to one and you decide to go to a therapist to help y'all through this process, make sure they're a spiritual one. Not one that's going to be like, let's put them on medication and put them in a mental institute. Okay? Because that karma comes back on the parent. If the child is underage, it comes back on the parent. Karma comes back to you, because you are the guardian of that child. Not paper-wise, but you're there to help them through this process. So, if you sit back and try to get them doped up because they're going through spiritual stuff, that karma comes on to you. And you do not want that in this round, because it's going to be worse than what the last rounds was. Because now you got notification. My energy is out here, so you can't say nobody told you. So, before you start getting your kids doped up, try to understand them. Because a lot of them are going through spiritual processes now. And if they're going through mood swings and stuff, it's because they're trying to understand it. Alright? Don't get mad. Just talk it out and try to understand what they're going through. Because it depends on the spirit inside of them. And they can't control it. So, no different than my youngest. Not too long ago, he had a spirit that kept coming into him. Like, I know my son. But he was starting to act up. I was like, you better tell that spirit to sit his butt down. Literally. I said, you better tell whoever's talking to you to sit his butt down. Because you're the one that's going to get your butt toe up, not them. Okay? Because as soon as you get in trouble, they're gone. So, whatever spirit that you channeling right now, you better tell them to sit their behind down somewhere before I have to hurt them. Okay? Not like my child direct, but my spirit can do his thing. But as my child, I had to tell him, like, you better sit your butt down. Pay attention to your kids. You know you know their personality. So if you see that their personality switches up out of nowhere, there's a spirit there. Pay attention to your kids' emotions. If they normally quiet and cool and they're out of nowhere, they crying all the time, or if they happy and then they turn mean and sad like that, there's a spirit. Okay? talk to your child and say, hey, tell that spirit to go somewhere, because they younger. The younger they are, the more they can be able to communicate with that spirit. They know, but they're gonna act like they don't know to you. My son does it. Sometimes he'll sit back and act like he don't know what's going on. Oh, I know you know what's going on. And I know when I'm talking to somebody else, I know who I'm talking to. It's to that point that when the spirit's changing, because I told y'all who the people was, when the spirit come through, I know which one I'm talking to based off of how they respond. Pay attention to your kids' patterns, and you will know, okay, this is my child, this is the other spirits that they communicate with. These are the other angels or spirits or whomever. You're going to have to put that in check. And since I done that, my son don't do all the extra. So pay attention. It's not as hard. It's just about learning them, pay attention. And as adults, we go through it as adults. So if you see a significant other, something like that, and their personality switch up, tell them whatever's going on the inside, you better tell them to chill out. Sometimes they need to be like, just, hey, I know you're fine. We're good. Everything fine. Your personality switched up on me. Whatever the spirit is inside of you, tell it to chill. You're okay. You're safe. Tell that spirit you're okay. You're safe. Okay? So when y'all see people switching, like personality switch up out of nowhere, it's the spirit shifting. The spirits are shifting. So they call people bipolar or schizophrenia or something like that. So their spirits are shifting. So if they go from 0 to 100, hey, calm down. It's not you. It's the spirit inside of you. I don't care. Calm down real quick. You only got a certain amount of time to calm them down before it flares up and they fully switch. So if you can catch them in the midst of the switching, you can bring them back. If not, and they go full throttle, they ain't gonna know what you're talking about. Okay? They're gonna look at you like you boo-boo the fool. Because now that spirit is taking over them. And so when that spirit's taking over them, you're gonna have to communicate with them differently. So when they switch and they get super mad, the stuff you would normally talk to them when they happy and everything, y'all, and you can understand, don't do that. It's somebody different now. So you need to look at them differently. Because that other spirit don't know what's really going on. So they in attack mode. So just be mindful what you say. Because anything can trigger it. So just let you know. That's how it go. We all have angels, spirits, or something attached to all of us. It just depends on what side they on. So, again, if you see that, catch it. And say, oh, hold on, calm down. Hugging a person, just hold them, just hug them. They can feel that warmth. Just hug them for like a minute and let them relax. And then that spirit will shift, because if they turn mad, it's a cold energy. Once your body is against that other person and your heart, that energy, you warm that person up. Now the energy shifts again. Okay, so hug them if you can. I don't care if they be like, I don't want to. Do the bear hug. Don't do it to the point that they can't breathe, but do a bear hug and hold them until your heartbeat changes the rhythm of theirs. Because a beat is a beat, vibration is a vibration. So once that happens, they're gonna feel a warm feeling inside, and you're gonna notice that their body gonna go from tense to relax. Now the energy shifts, and when that happens, 9 times out of 10, the person gonna be like, "Man, I'm sorry for what I just done," because they know they're fighting a spirit inside of them. Okay, so when that happens, don't jump down their throat just yet. Make sure it's who you're talking to. Now, in some situation, it could be that real person, but 9 times out of 10, it's a spirit. If they shift. Now, if they've been, how can I say, if they gradually get mad, then that's their true energy. But if they go from 0 to 100 real quick, that's a demon spirit that's trying to control them. Okay? So, catch it. Don't jump, catch it. Because, they don't have control over it yet. How you know they have control over that spirit? When they don't jump no more and they actually rationalize what they're thinking. But when they switch, they don't have control over it yet. So you got to help them through that process and help talk to them. Be like, look, this is what happens to you. You go from 0 to 100, and I know that's not you. I know something's going on with you, and I feel like there's a spirit inside of you, and I feel like you need to start controlling it. So whenever that energy, try to calm yourself down before it happens, because when that spirit comes into you, you're different. You're different, and I want you to understand you're not the same. So if you can, like, catch yourself. Is there something I can do to help you? Because I feel like you might know when it's happening. So if it's certain things that's triggered, let me know what it is so we can bear the knowledge at the same time. Because I don't want to ruin this relationship, or I don't want to ruin our family, or I don't want to, hey baby, I don't want to have to send you off somewhere to get help. Because you ain't going to be beating me up and be yelling, screaming at me every single time because something's controlling you. So, and I don't want you on medicine. So we're going to have to find a way to control that spirit inside of you. So, it's like that. I think that's it. I'm going to leave off on that. If I do any random stuff, I'll tell y'all. But anyway, as always, everybody, stay motivated. Stay motivated. Enjoy this entire process. Don't worry if anybody think you're crazy or whatever. We all crazy some type of form of fashion. If y'all ain't seen all my personalities by now, put it like this. If you ever feel like you're going crazy, just look at my life. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.